Hey everybody, how's it going? Steve here with the biggest unboxing we've ever done on this channel, and I just mean physically the largest. THQ sent me over this special fun edition of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, and it is just massive. This thing is crazy big, which is why you're seeing all my stuff around me, because I honestly was not prepared for it to take up this amount of space. I would show you the sides of the box and everything like I normally do, but it's just too big. I will hit the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in this time. Let's go ahead and pop the seals on the box here. And I think this is just like there might. Yep, there's tape on the other side. So let's be gentle here because I don't want to bump any of my equipment. And you can see here's some gorgeous art of SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, and Bikini Bottom. I've never played the original, but I understand it's a very well-loved game. Let's go ahead and flip this over to the bottom. Very gently. Pop these seals. 1 and 2. And let's slide this right off. And we'll just move that off to the side here. And here we are, just the plain box with the Nickelodeon logo, the same art that we saw before. And looks like we can lift this open from here. I'm going to be very careful not to bump the camera. So I'm actually going to turn it, because like I said, this box is just incredibly large. And first thing inside, we have a Spongebob, a Sandy, and a Patrick collectible figurine right on the top. Right to the side here, let me move this over for you. You can see we have the game, what appears to be socks. So let's go ahead and take these guys out one by one. And I'm just going to move the whole box to the side as we produce stuff. So let's just start here. We have a really cool pair of SpongeBob socks that say Battle for Bikini Bottom. These are 22 to 24 centimeter. We have, of course, the game itself for PlayStation 4. In here, there's... what is this? We have a box. On the back, it says Tiki Keychains. So there are keychains in here. We'll take a look at those in a sec. On the side, looks to be some art prints. And then the star of the show. Let's just move these guys out so we can take a closer look. And hiding in the back, we have what appears to be stickers. So, all in all, a lot of stuff in this box. Let's just make sure there's nothing else left behind. Looks like there's just a foam insert, so I'm going to move this huge hulking box out of the way. And let's go ahead and just take a closer look at some of the stuff that was in the box alongside the figures. So here we have the stickers. I'll go ahead and pop these open real quick. Seal on the back, and I am all thumbs. There we go. Just a bunch of really cool stickers. So if you're a fan of SpongeBob, there's a lot of these. I imagine that my kids will end up probably sticking these all over my house. There's Plankton, here's Mr. Crab and Squidward, and then just a backing sheet. Those are all pretty cool. Let's go ahead and slide these off. Next up, we've got these guys here. Let's go ahead and check them out. All right. So we've got basically these kind of postcards that have concept art for the game. We can see SpongeBob here in a cave painting. These are really gorgeous. I like these a lot. Like I said, I haven't played the original, so I'm curious to see if these are representative of environments in the game. I'm sure they are. But some of you that have played this, drop me a comment comparison coming out between Rehydrated and the original version soon on the channel. Alright, so there are all our cards. Let's find out what is in the mystery box. If I can open it. There we go. Oh, right, we know what's in here. These were the keychains. So taking off the protective foam layer, and whoa, these are awesome. So we got these 5 Tiki Keychains here. And you can kind of see they're pretty detailed. I like these. These are really, really cool. Let's bring another one up close for you to take a look at. Here's this guy here. And wow, I just really like these. They're hefty, they're sturdy, but they don't feel like they're gonna, poke you or anything if you throw one of these in your pocket. But I might actually adopt one of these for my keys. Here's my personal favorite so far. I mean, some might think he's kind of plain, but he kind of reminds me of a thwomp, and I think that's why I like him so much. All right, and let's go ahead and move aside here, and time for the main attraction. I'm going to start with Sandy for this one. So we've got the Sandy Collectible Figurine. She is 8 inches tall, and you can see on the sides, just have some branding, and we have the picture of her here throwing her lasso. Looks like it just opens from the top. Whoa, she is heavier than I expected. Let's go ahead and move her box out of the way. One cool detail I want to point out is that you have this really cool SpongeBob art lining the inside of each of these figure boxes. And we just separate the plastic here. Sorry about the noise there, folks. And there she is. There's Sandy in all her glory. Let's get a close look here. And you can see the detail on this is really nice. It feels really well built. We've got one of our tikis here, which we also have a keychain of. And just the modeling is really on point. I'm not the world's biggest SpongeBob fan, but I have seen plenty of episodes, and they really did a great job capturing the look and the feel of Sandy. I'm always really impressed when 2D things like cartoons are transferred into a 3D medium and they retain kind of their spirit, if you will, like how they feel. But this is just one of 3. So let's take a look at SpongeBob and Patrick. I think we're going to go to Patrick next. Here we are, and there is Patrick. Same deal as Sandy. He's got just branding stuff on the sides and a picture of the figure itself on the back. And just like before, we're going to open it from the top. And fold away the SpongeBob inner lining. And here is Patrick. So let's go ahead and just noisily open this again. And here we go. Here's a close-up look at Patrick. Again, just a really great job of capturing the look of the character. I love the fact that this watermelon is in underwear. And then you've got some socks similar to the ones that are in the collector's edition. On the floor next to him, you can see he's busted open a watermelon already, and you kind of just have like a little bit of plankton and coral, I think, right next to him. So this is, again, just a really cool figure, and if you're into SpongeBob, this is definitely a cool collectible to have. With that said, there's just one last thing to look at, and that is the Spongebob figurine. So here we go, the craziest of the bunch. I mean, this one is ridiculously detailed, even in comparison to the other ones. Same deal, you can see that it just says Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated on the sides, and you've got a picture of the figure on the back. But let's go ahead and just pop it open and take a look, more detail on this one. Go ahead and open the top. Oh, and this one comes with an accessory, unlike the others. Got a golden spatula. And let's go ahead and just put that in his hand, if we can. There we go. And just look at this. Let's get him up close. And you can just see the level of detail here. SpongeBob has got his tongue sticking out. He's holding the golden spatula. We've got Gary here. And I'm not quite sure what he's standing on. It's like a piece of machinery of some kind. And I just love these little clear bubbles, the way they use those to kind of support the figure in a way that makes sense. And just another really cool figure. And if I remember correctly, yep, you can bend his tongue. So it's got like a bendy tongue on the figure, which is pretty funny. I mean, I think that's cute. It's a cool little detail. And I love that they kind of went all out with SpongeBob of all of the three figures. All of them are great, but he clearly stands out. Let me bring the other two into the frame so we can kind of see the complete set. Here is Patrick. And here is Sandy. And so I'm going to try to give you just a quick look at all of the figures, and then we'll bring the rest of the stuff in. So there we go, we've got those two. And here's Sandy, of course. Just a bunch of really cool stuff. Of course, we have the Tiki Keychains right here. We have the game itself, of course, on PlayStation 4 in this case. It's also available on Xbox One and Switch. We'll be checking out the Switch version and, of course, this PS4 copy that we just got. And here are the socks, which I will open up and just give a quick look at before we close out the video. So here are those. Those are pretty cool. I mean, they're just basic, you know, socks that look like they would fit right in SpongeBob. And then, of course, we also had the postcards or the concept art cards, and we had just a ton of stickers included with this. So this is the SpongeBob Fun Edition, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated Fun Edition. This thing retails for $299.99. I'm really appreciative to THQ for sending this over for us to check out. It's one of the cooler collector's editions I've ever seen. Let me know if this is something that interests you. Is this something that you feel is worth the money? Is this something that you'd want to pick up as a SpongeBob fan, or would you get this for a SpongeBob fan that you know? Other than that, we're going to have a lot more on SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated here on the channel in the coming days. Look for a full review in just a few days. We're not that far out from that, as well as comparison videos and a ton of other stuff as well. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to GameXplain for much more on SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated and all other things gaming as well. Make sure to ring that notification bell to be the first to know every time a new video goes up, and I'll see you next time.